Hi, everybody. It's Lisa, your podcast sister, and welcome to the show. This is where you'll meet singers, songwriters, and musicians who are living the dream and talking about it on Podcast Sisters. So let's talk music and together discover the stories behind the music, one great song at a time. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It's Lisa, your podcast sister, coming to you from Cleveland, Ohio. And I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to our podcast. And if you like to discover new music, then you've come to the right place. We have a great interview lined up this evening featuring Gil Karson, the founding member of the Karson City Rebels. He's also the lead singer and lead guitarist of the band. Before I bring on Gil, I wanted to let you know also that it is a privilege for me to interview each and every artist from a wide range of music and bring their story to you. And when I was researching last night, I came across a quote that I wanted to share with you before I bring Gil on. And this quote goes like this: "Success in the music industry isn't something that you want for. It's not something that you wait for. It is something that you create day after day." And I'm sure Gil is going to tell all of us and give his insight on that very topic and tell you about his experience over the last 30 years in the music industry. Welcome, Gil Karson.
Hello, everybody out there.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing really good. Feeling great. Looking forward to everything that's coming up for the band and the release of our EP and singles that are coming out, live gigs coming up. I'm in a pretty good mood.
Yeah, and you are so busy. You've released Runaway Train, the single Let's Party. Coming out August 23rd is Time Done Gone. You're touring, like you said, and you forgot to mention, you're doing videos that are absolutely amazing. Where are you finding all the time?
I am very blessed to be able to pursue music creation, music production, playing live full-time at this point in my life. So that's where it still takes a lot of time. But I'm, like I said, I'm blessed to be able to do it full time now.
Yeah. Tell our audience how many members you have in the band.
There are 5 other players besides myself. Drums. I play bass in the band. Mm-hmm. We have a keyboard player. And I have a singing partner who plays rhythm guitar for the most part and doubles on harmonica. And we have 2 lead guitar players. And that makes 6.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big band, and I mean that's a lot that goes into that. And you do a lot of live shows, like you said, and concerts. And when you're preparing for your concerts, how significant and important is the pre-planning that goes into your song list? Like, do you plan it, way ahead of time? Do you talk with your band members? How does that all go?
I try to build the set list based on the venue where we will be playing, and sometimes we will change up the set list based on what's happening in the room. If it is an indoor type of venue, usually the outdoor shows are we just stick to the set list and that's it.
Yeah, nice. And when you guys get ready to go on stage, do you do any kind of ritual or routine? 6 people, that's a lot. I almost picture like you huddling and, just do you do something special?
We don't huddle up. Not as a group. Everybody's doing their own psych preparation. I like to warm up my voice at a minimum of 20 minutes before singing. So I have a little hot water, lemon, honey ritual, and and I go through some vocal exercises just to stretch it out and get ready.
Well, there you go. That's important for sure. I wanted to also let you know I did some research, like I talked about, and there's just so much about you. And I was reading and I picked out 3 what I thought were outstanding, maybe profound moments in your life, in your musical career, especially early on. So here's my first one, and then you jump in and you tell me if this is one or maybe you have another one. The first moment was when your parents told you at a very early age that you needed to play a musical instrument. Tell us about that moment in time.
I had 3 choices. Being a troublesome child, they thought it would be good for me to focus my energies on music. So the choices were accordion, violin, or guitar, and there really wasn't much of a choice. It had to be the guitar.
Yeah, and gosh, you are good. You're I'm so glad, and I'm sure you are too, that they really encouraged you and at least gave you some options. Second profound, significant moment, I thought, was when you were in the band The Wanderers, and it was an incredible experience. You have to share that with the audience and tell us about that experience.
The Wanderers was a teen band based out of Phoenix, Arizona. We had the great fortune of opening for a lot of major bands that would play Phoenix before they would play LA. It was the time of sort of the British invasion. Mm-hmm. I had an English stepfather who managed the band. Wow. And so he did a great job getting us on lots of shows. In one year, my junior year of high school,
unbelievable.
I opened for the Byrds, the Mamas and Papas, the Lovin' Spoonful, Sonny and Cher.
Oh my gosh!
These were all big venue dates for the most part. Phoenix Coliseum, Phoenix Fairgrounds. It was, I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah. I when I was reading it, I was like, that is unbelievable. And your parents probably really were like, how did this kid do this? I mean, we were talking to him a few years ago, and here he is playing in front of huge crowds.
Well, the Wanderers were a band already in existence, and they needed a bass player. And I didn't know how to play bass. I'd never played bass. My mother bought me a Fender Jazz bass and an amp, and I auditioned. And I got the gig.
Oh gosh, that's awesome. Natural ability and destiny. The more and more I interview musicians and artists, it's so incredible how destiny fits into this. It's just part of what you're supposed to do along the way. And speaking of which, let's talk about along the way, the third moment that I thought was profound, when you met Buddy Kaye in your musical career. Oh my gosh. Tell me and listeners about what part did that play in your life?
It was a profound experience. It changed. It really launched my songwriting in the right direction. Buddy was teaching a songwriting class at UCLA. Because I had some records out at the time as a songwriter, which wasn't a lot of songwriting about it. They were disco hits. I had like 7 or 8 songs out with a disco group called La Pamplemousse, which subsequent after those songs in the 90s, those songs were sampled by Eminem and Black Eyed Peas and Scarface. I mean, anyways, so I got a scholarship to take this class, and I wound up actually becoming a songwriting associate of Buddy's. I got to go over to his house and
Wow.
hang out at his studio. His wife would bring us sandwiches, and he taught me method songwriting, starting with a title and having the verses build into that sort of completion backwards principle. I still, what I learned from him is I still apply today.
Yeah. And, I can see that. And I think with the song that I'm going to play for our audience and your fans, Let's Party, I think that says it all, especially when you watch the video. And I encourage our listeners and your fans to watch that video. It looks like you're having the time of your life, first off. I mean, and what I like too about that video was when you're lined up with the guitar players, you and all the rest of the guitar players, I think there's 4 of you on stage. And it reminded me of when I saw the Eagles on stage and they were kind of lined up like that, jamming, and just, you looked just like, again, the time of your life. And I'm sure your audience in that live crowd and this, just the whole vibe was magnificent. And if I can, I'm going to play Let's Party, and we'll talk about your other music as well, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, here we go.
I just dropped by to live it on up, drink a little beer. Been on the road, now it's good to be here. Woo! It's been coming for a long time. Now this time is yours and mine. No red lights, ain't no stop signs. Let's party. Crank up the music, let's party. Oh, won't you dance a little while, let's party. It feels good to be alive, let's party. Papa John, yeah, roll one up. We're making new friends, let's keep it growing. With all the people we've been knowing, let's keep it rolling. Woo! It's been coming for a long time. Now this time is yours and mine. No red lights, ain't no stop sign.
How about that song?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're rocking.
Oh, I mean, it's a great song. It's catchy. It's timeless. I just love
Thank
it.
you.
And I'm sure everywhere you go and play that, it really gets everybody going.
Yes, it does connect.
Yeah.
It certainly connects.
Yeah. And another song that I think connects as well in a different sort of way. There's definitely a storyline, and even the video, again, brings that story to life, is Runaway Train. And when you were coming up with that concept for that song and that video, like what was the goal? What was your motivation? Tell us about that.
The song had been around, I had that song around a long time before the video was produced, many years.
Wow.
And there was a recorded version of it. When I got this new version of the band going, I wanted to bring that song back up and get it running. And I needed to edit. The verses were twice as long as they are now. I wasn't getting to the chorus soon enough.
Okay.
So I rewrote the song, moved some lyrics around from different verses and just consolidated the verse structure. and consolidated the lyrics and shortened the verse structure. And I come from a film family, and I made trailers for movies for 30 years as an editor, writer, producer, and my brother's a film director. And I just had this vision of for the video of a hot young couple out on a railroad track in the middle of nowhere, sort of acting out the lyrics of the song.
Yeah, and now this all makes sense to me because it is very artistic, this video. It's black and white, that you have the girl in the storyline in a bright red dress, which stands out. You have footage of you in the band. You've got footage of train elements, and it all comes together just great. I don't think I've seen anything like it before, and you just have that knack, and I can see how you were a success in that career in advertising. I mean, it really it's evident in that video, and I encourage everyone to see it.
Well, thank you for the stellar review, and I enjoy doing that, and I hope to produce music videos in the future. They say they're not really as important as they used to be, and the trend seems to be just live video of the band performing, and that's all. I know that's sort of what is happening, but if I have a chance to do a music video for a song that has a strong storyline, I would love to do it.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and listen to a snippet of Runaway Train, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about the newest hit that's going to be coming out August 23rd. So here we go. Gil Karson, Runaway Train.
My throttle is jammed wide open, my boiler's ready to go. You keep throwing coal on the fire, baby, it's gonna blow. You got me feeling like a hot locomotive, thundering down the line. The way you're teasing me with your loving, babe, I'm going out of my mind. My heart is pounding full speed, I'm ready to jump the track like a runaway train. My love for you is like a runaway train. Well, the fire is getting hotter, but there's nothing that I can do, 'cause you keep flashing the green light to make love with you. My heart is pounding full speed, I'm ready to jump the track like a runaway train. My love for you is like a runaway train.
Oh my gosh, love that song, and the harmonica. It's terrific. Now, were you playing the harmonica, or was it another band member?
My friend Sal Rodriguez, who plays drums for the band War, is singing harmony with me, and he's playing harmonica.
Wow. And it just adds to the adventure, the mystique of it all. It's hot. It's terrific. It really is, Gil.
Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. So let's talk about your next hit that's coming out, and Time Done Gone. And tell us about the storyline with that song.
Time Done Gone's a reflective storyline, and it's just about a kid who who gets a guitar at a young age and turns it up to 11 and is, blasting it out in his room, and his mom comes in and says, "Boy, that's a sin." Anyways, and the chorus just hits, but where the time gone, where the time done gone. It just keeps on rolling, on and on. And then second verse, this kid's now out on the road, traveled far and wide, played that guitar every day. That's the way I made my money, everywhere along the way. But where the time gone,
Nice.
where the time done gone. And the last verse is just talking about the way it is. I do what I do because that's what I do.
Yeah.
It's the life I love. It's true. It's true.
That's great.
But where the time gone?
Yeah.
It just keeps on rolling, on and on.
Yeah. And it kind of ties in with that quote in a way where when I started out the show, it's all the time. It's one song after another, and it's just the process of it all. And I think that's what makes you so good. You have really put such a tremendous effort, and from the very beginning until this, where you are now in your career. And, I want to share a snippet of this song, Time Done Gone, and everybody can check that out. Where will they be able to hear that on August 23rd?
All music platforms, Spotify, Apple, iTunes, just about anywhere where you get your music.
Okay, great.
Just check out, Karson City Rebels. That's Karson with a K, Karson.
Mm-hmm.
And our website is carsоncityrebels.com, and we're on Facebook and Instagram, and we put up some videos on TikTok that are kind of fun.
Good. All right, well, let's play this song, and when we come back, we'll close the show.
All right.
Here we go.
I bought me an electric guitar. I cranked it up past 10, way back in the day. My mama said, "Boy, that's a sin." But where the time gone, where the time done gone, it just keeps on rolling, on and on. I travel far and wide. I play that guitar every day. That's the way I made my money, everywhere along the way. But where the time gone, where the time done gone, it just keeps on rolling, on and on.
Oh,
Yep.
that's a hit. I mean, and I'll tell you, every song that we've played, you just come out and just go for it from the first note, and it's just a powerful opening and just hits you and gets you in the mood for partying and jamming in a good old fashioned way, and that Americana blues kind of sound and rock and roll. It's a nice blend, Gil. It really is. And, well, thank you for joining me on Podcast Sisters. And we really appreciate you. And we hope to talk to you again and have you back on the show in the future.
That would be great.
Okay.
We have a 6-song EP that's coming out in about a month. All these songs will be on it, with some others as well.
Terrific.
Of course, 3 more. And you can find us on our website, carsоncityrebels.com. We're on all the streaming platforms. And we hope you'll save our songs or stream them, however you get your music. And I want to give a special shout out to Vince Fernier, also known as Alice Cooper, because we used to share the same team club, the VIP club in Phoenix when we were kids. And I just want to say, hey Vince, don't forget the bass player of the Wanderers.
Oh,
I've been trying to get in touch with you.
Oh, that is so cool. Actually, he's coming to Cleveland. I don't know. I think in maybe a couple weeks, playing at a venue. And that is so cool that you know him.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, listen, thanks again. And like I say, at the end of the show, that's a wrap.
Thank you, everybody.